What's up, everybody? I'm Saquon Barkley, and y'all just tuned into the Second Wind.
How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the first episode of the Second Wind podcast. My name is Jarvis Miller, aka J Mills, with my co-host here, James Wah, aka The Great One. Our definition of Second Wind is a new energy or strength to go into your new self. And with that being said, we want to create this platform where we give people a chance to talk about their trials, tribulations, and how they were able to overcome that adversity. Hopefully, with the stories that people tell on here, you can catch your second wind too.
For our first episode, we got the pleasure of having superstar running back, one of the faces of the NFL, one of our best friends, Pro Bowler, Rookie of the Year, Mr. Saquon Barkley.
Sir.
What's good, fellas? What's good?
Season right around the corner, new slate for the New York Giants. How's your mental? How's your mental? How's your body? How are you really taking on, this new season?
My mental is at a really good place now compared to what it was a year ago. A year ago, obviously, you guys were with me, especially you. I was grinding, rehabbing, just trying to get ready to play week one. And my mindset is completely different now because I don't got to really worry about that right now. My body feels like it's back. I have confidence in myself again. I got a new coaching staff, some new teammates, a whole new system. So for me, I'm just really just blessed. Love the opportunity I have and can't wait to go out there and go back to being the guy that I know I am and showing the world what I really can do.
Right. You talk about confidence, ever since I've known you probably since ninth grade, confidence has been your strong point. I remember your junior year, you told me, I get in these zones where I feel like I can never be stopped. It brings me back to watching you and I see games that you dominate. You're the best player on the field. I'm like, he's in that zone.
100%.
Other people haven't seen you in that zone. They don't know you're in that zone. But it brings me back to your freshman year where you go crazy against Ohio State. Your sophomore year, USC game. Junior year, Iowa. Even your rookie year, against Washington, where you're going crazy and you're looking at the camera. You're like, yeah, I'm him. Mm-hmm. Your confidence is, it went back. It took a setback a little bit after the injury. Do you 100%. Feel like you're back to where you were, in college and where you were your rookie year? You feel like, I can make this cut, boom, dead leg, and I could feel completely comfortable.
Oh, yeah, I definitely feel like I'm back. My confidence is back. It's hard to have that confidence when you can't trust your body. You know what I mean? So even though how much you psych yourself up, how much work you put in, especially in the rehab process, when you get out there, you can tell yourself you're Saquon Barkley. You can go out there and make moves like you're Saquon Barkley, but your body's going to react one other way. And that's just what it is. That's the nature of it, especially with dealing with ACL. So now I feel like, do I feel like I'm back? I feel like I'm better, to be completely honest. I'm older now. I'm 25. I've been through some stuff, ups and downs. And now I'm in a situation where, you know me, I always have the mindset of always being counted out, but now it's actually here. It's actually real. People are really counting me out. People are trying to write me off. And I don't really do it for the pleasure of others or making other people satisfied. I do it because I just want to be great. But now I have that extra motivation to push me to go out there and kind of just be like, you know what, shut everyone up. Because last year it was more like, dang, the game was taken away from me. I never had a season when I didn't go and play football. Now it's kill mindset. Now it's like, you know what, fuck everybody. I'm ready to go crazy. And I'm gonna let the world feel me.
Yeah, this is the first time where you got some you psyched yourself up and made things up in your head. I remember coming in your rookie year, we're running the hills. And you they're saying this about you. You're running up the hill.
I vividly remember that.
And he's saying,
bro,
they say you can't run between the tackles. They say you're a bust. no one was really saying that. But the competitiveness in you made yourself believe it. You did those, I think it was like 4 or 5 extra reps. But now it's like the first time where you're like, okay, now people are actually saying this. And like, me knowing you, the worst thing that someone could do is count you out. You know, like if I had to stack all my chips and I had to sell my house, sell my car, fake my death, take my life insurance and put it on you, I
bet it.
I would bet it.
100%.
Just because I know your mindset. I know you got that dog in you. Right?
Bro, people don't understand. Like, even I vividly remember your rookie year, going in your rookie year, you went back home and I drove up. I was at Penn State. I drove up to see you. And we worked out you were there. We worked out like 11 o'clock at night, late workout. And then we ran like 20 hills at that hill in your hometown.
That joint is crazy. I was on the sideline. I wasn't running them hills.
Bro, I vividly remember we were sleeping at the crib and we were talking. We were just like, and you were like, bro, I can't be no bust. Can't be no bust. And I was like, bro, man, what the fuck you talking about? You're not going to be no bust. He's like, nah, like, I got to prove them right? Prove them right that they made the right pick. And I think you did that for sure. But it's just crazy, man. Like the dynamic and the things are people saying like from then to now, it's just insane to me. You know?
I mean, but like at the time, like I said, like I'm older now. What's a bust? You know what I mean? Everyone have their different views and different opinions on what a bust, but I will never be a bust. In my opinion, I will never be a bust because to me, a bust is someone that has all the God-given ability and the opportunity and don't take advantage of it by the things you can control, meaning your work ethic, meaning your approach, meaning your mindset. That's not who I am. I'm not built like that. That's not my mentality. To be completely honest, so far in my career, the things that have gone negative or the opposite way of what I wanted to go is things I can't control.
Right.
And that's just something that and for me, it's like, that's like the biggest thing where I had to grow. You know, I remember this year when I hurt my ankle. I hurt my ankle on obviously I saw I hurt my ankle.
I was watching. I'm like, no way.
Crazy play.
Just crazy.
I remember just seeing my mom and tears in my eyes, and you just want to look up and be like, what am I doing? Like, why? But you can't do that. You can't point the finger at him. You can't blame him. Everything happens for a reason. And that's why I'm at a place in my mindset where I will never be a bust, because if things like that continue to happen in my career, then it wasn't meant for me. It wasn't meant for me. I know God blessed me with an unbelievable talent and an unbelievable ability. And I'm going to take advantage of that as much as I can. So when the opportunity presents itself and he gives me those opportunities and keeps me and bless me and keeps me healthy, I'm going to let them feel me. But in the nature and the sport that I play, injuries happen. And you know, if that's how I go out in my career, so be it. That means that was in his plans for me. That's how I was going to go. So I had to change a little bit in that aspect. Trust more in God, and fall back on people around me. Fall back on you two. Fall back on Anna. Fall back on my mom, my dad, all the loved ones. And it's hard. It's tough. Especially being in this market, being in this media, and
nitpicked over anything.
I mean, you could blink wrong and they gonna put it in the paper. Like, it's kind of tricky out here, man.
You talking about what's a bust?
Yeah.
Shit, bro. Like, I don't even think people understand, man. Like, when you get drafted top 10, let alone you're the second pick, bro. Like, they expect you to be Jesus Christ.
I mean, you're second pick for a reason. So now you got drafted to the Super Bowl winning team. You went to a team that had struggles at some point the year before, and you're part of the process to help bringing that team back. And obviously for us and for the Giants, it haven't been the way we wanted with having two coaches before, a new coach now, way different team than what we had from before. But like I said, people can say whatever they want to say.
They can never call you. They can't call you a bust. You did, like, to me, when you say bust, like I said, I think a bust would be someone who did not live up to the expectations, right? And to me, you did that.
But expectations,
like,
expectations?
Like you lived up to the expectations.
But you know what I mean? Who expectations? Like, one of the questions I was asked is like, what's your biggest fear? And for me, my biggest fear is not being a bust. My biggest fear is not living up to my expectation because of something
you can't control.
Something that I can't control.
You can't control.
That's the difference. You know, before you think it's no one can touch you, you're unstoppable, you're young. I'm just gonna run through each wall, every adversity that come through. I'm just gonna keep going, no matter what. I'm gonna keep going. But there's some stuff you can't control. Now, my biggest fear is I don't want to ever look back on my career, and I don't want my kids to ever look back on their dad and be like, whether it's whatever it was, my career right now, after my career, is like I was never as successful as I could be because of my own actions. And as long as I continue to have that mindset, and as long as God continue to still instill that with me, and I just go out there and try to kill and try to work and try to be the best I can every single day, then I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, I mean, it always kills me when I see people online talking
shit.
Just talking shit like
they've been on my
Ray
shit.
Charles,
lately.
Ray Charles could tell you, man, you ain't no bust.
Yeah, they've been on my
you know what I
shit.
mean?
And like people will get on there and they'll say this, that, and the third. Like, how do you view that? Like, does it affect you? Do you see that stuff? Like, does it affect your mental? Like, are you just like whatever? How do you react?
It doesn't
to that?
affect my mental, but it's so hard. It's so hard to balance, right? Because you have like this one side of you where you like, I just want to kill everything. Like, I want to go crazy. Like, you kind of want to use that as fuel.
Yep.
But that's not the right place to do it at the same time. That's not the right way to do it at the same time. You know, like I want to, as like we have this conversation all the time. You know, I want to go crazy, win a Super Bowl, win Super MVP, win MVP. And let the world
crazy,
know. Let the world know. Be like, don't be on. You know what? Now.
Don't be on my line.
Don't be on what
crazy,
now.
right?
But at the same time, like I'm big in visualizing stuff. So like all the things that I accomplish, all the goals I accomplish or achievements I accomplish, I already pictured it in my mind.
You always been like that?
So like I've always been like that. I've been like that since I was a little kid, and I think that kind of started from my father. Something that was instilled from my father, and then also just as I got older and just watching greats, you know, obviously I don't watch Michael play, but doing research on Michael Jordan, watching Kobe Bryant, you have to visualize these things. You have to manifest it for it to come. So like, I sit in my room and like, or when I'm training, I manifest like when I'm at the top of the mountain and I just want to cuss everybody out and just say F you to everybody. But I can't give them that satisfaction because that's what I'm saying. It's hard to balance.
That's what they're looking for.
Right. That's what they're looking for.
That's what they're looking for. They want that reaction out of you.
So at the same time, it's like, I'm going to let it fuel me, but that's not going to be the fuel that keeps me going. Right. You know, the thing that keeps me going, the thing that pushes me is that I want to be great. I want to be one of the greatest or the greatest running back to ever play. I truly believe that because like, I feel like God has blessed me with that opportunity, blessed me with that talent to accomplish that. Yeah. So it's hard to balance, especially in today's world. And even when you try to block it out, like, you know, I'm active on social media. You can go on your phone, you go on Instagram, you go on Twitter. Like,
remember,
like this is crazy.
We were in San Diego. I think you might have been sleeping upstairs or something. We were downstairs, bro, just watching the movie. And this is, I think, the side that people don't understand about professional athletes, right? We're sitting down there watching the movie, man, and you're like, bro, like, look at this shit. And we just looking at all these people talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is the time when you're rehabbing, trying to get back to that mental state of being the best. And it's just like, people don't understand like how, at the end of the day, you're human. So whether you believe it or not, or be like, I ain't looking at that shit, subconsciously, you look at that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just crazy, man, just throughout your normal day, like you just look at shit like that while you're trying to get back to the top of the mountain. I think that's so hard to deal with. I don't know what that feels like, right? So I just even sitting downstairs having a normal conversation, we just looking like, yo, look at these people calling me a bust. You know what I'm saying? On top of, damn, I can't even do nothing to my knee. You know what I'm saying? And rehabbing and.
But like I said, it's hard to balance, but at the end, like the way how I handle that, I guess, to go back to the question, it's not real
at all.
You know what I mean? T. Rook says this all the time. Like, social media is not a real place,
right?
Like,
at all.
Don't worry about the negatives, and if you look at the big picture, all those people that are saying something negative is probably less than 5% compared to the other 95%. That's all good and that's all blessing. One thing I have learned is that there's a lot of people praying on my downfall. So like, that's not the reason why, like, I'd be like, oh, you guys stay prayed up. But like, there's really, like, I'm big into energy too. And that's a real thing. There's a lot of negative energy coming that way. So you got to see that. And as an athlete, as a competitor, you got to see that and let it fuel you a little bit, but that can't be the only fuel. You got to keep going with that positive energy and keep going and working on the best that you can be every single day. And that's the only thing you can do. That's, you got to keep moving forward, in my opinion.
You talked about manifesting, right? And words of affirmation and speaking things to existence, right? And for me, I have a vivid memory of you, vivid story, but I have also a question, man. I want you to explain, right? What did you, from the beginning of your career, football career, have you always visualized what you're doing now? And also, what are you visualizing for the future?
It's a great question. Yes, I've always visualized. For me, for
take
example,
away the injuries, like everything.
I'm not even talking about that. Like, that's but like the vision changes too. You know what I mean? Like at one point when you get hurt, you're like, dang, I didn't see it this way. But like now I got to put myself in a position where I got to come back. Right. But like I'm a big visualizer. That's why when I accomplish goals or I accomplish achievements, that's why, for instance, like when I won Rookie of the Year, I played that so many times in my head that it was expected.
It's just like the draft.
You know what I mean? 100%. Or when I got drafted, it was expected.
There was no emotion.
The things that I'm going to accomplish, like that's why when you walk in my crib, like none of my trophies in my crib, none of the things I accomplished in college or in the league or when I accomplish, none that's going to be in my crib after I'm done. Because these are all the things that it's expected. This is expected. It's supposed to happen.
It's already written.
I already
in
put
your
it
head.
out there. I already put the energy. I'm working for it. So when it happens, I know it's going to happen.
And
so it's like for me, I feel like I don't know how you can operate without thinking like that. And
you got to. That's what the greats do. That's what everyone. If you're great at something, you gotta manifest
like,
that.
I don't understand. Like it's just like how like as a person like and like that's something like the best advice that was ever given to me. And like this advice was given to me since I was like 3-4. And every time I'm at camps talking to kids, you've heard me say this multiple times. They're like, "Oh, what's the best advice you can give a kid?" And I would say you could do anything in this world as long as you put your mind to it. And what I mean by that, when you put your mind to it, it's like you gotta have the work ethic, you gotta have the right mindset, and you gotta visualize it. You gotta see it for you. If it will never come true if you cannot visualize it coming true. So for me, it's like I don't know how people. You don't tell me you want to accomplish a goal. Don't tell me you want to do this or you want to do that. But like you not in your bed at night visualizing like, and you should visualize the negative parts of it too. That's something that I wish I did. Like when I got hurt, man, it was like I got caught with a right hook that I didn't see. It was like, damn, like what the hell did just happen? Like I never thought that way. I was like me, like, cause like I feel like there's some injuries you can control, right? I feel like that, like there's hamstrings and stuff like that, like the stuff you put in your body, the way you work, your work ethic, the way you attack the rehab training room. But like for me, it was like no, like that wasn't supposed to happen. Like this is not how I had the story. This is not how the story is not supposed to go. Yeah. But like every good story, every great story has its downfalls, have its adversity. So
it's what's going to make you great.
It's what's going to make you great. So you got to visualize the positive. And I'm not saying you can't prepare for the negatives, but like when the negatives do come, if you can have that mindset that, hey, there's going to be some up and downs, it ain't going to just always be a uphill road. You'll be more prepared and ready, have a better response when that negative come in your life or when that adversity come in your life. And at first I responded. I ain't like when reflecting on it, I ain't like how I responded. But like my family, my parents, Anna, like everyone did a great job of like, it was like, it's great to look back on it, like when it's like, damn, like I was really down bad and like,
it takes a village.
You know what I mean?
It's almost surreal. Like knowing you my whole life, I've never seen you go through like a major injury. So when I'm watching on TV and I see somebody go down, I'm not even thinking like, oh, that's Say. And then it gets close up and I see you pounding the turf. And I'm like, wait, that's Say? Like I've never,
even in college,
like you had little
2 weeks.
tweaks.
That's it.
2 weeks, but like something as big as that, it was hard for me to process mentally. I'm like, nah, like y'all lying. Like come on, he's Hercules. Like, you know how we call you Hercules? I'm like, he's Hercules, bro. Like y'all tripping. Like he did go through that, but like you going through that, like just take us through how you were emotionally, because like I was with you most of the process, and it was like, you know, we had to carry you up the stairs. You know, like I'm like, damn, I never seen Say like this. You know, you weren't yourself at times. Like, like initially you weren't yourself. Until you really sat back and you were like, so what, now what?
Right.
You know, like now it's time. Like I can either sit back or, you know, I could get to it. So like just take us through that whole process.
Well, when I first got hurt, I was just like I said, I was like, no way, like it can't be. Why me? Why me? But right after I got hurt, I realized that, you know, this is going to be a time where I have to fall back on a lot of people. Sadly, Shep got hurt that same game.
Right.
And I just remember like, and this is why I got love for Shep no matter what. Obviously, we raised our kids up together and I've known him for a very long time. We're very similar, basically share the same birthday. But like, I'm at my lowest point that I think I can be like in my life so far. And like tears in my eyes, and Shep get hurt and like just finds a way to manage to bring laughter
That's what he does.
He's illuminating.
That's what he does.
He brings a light everywhere.
We in a locker room and he's hurting. I forgot what something was like.
It was something
like it was like food. Like he was hungry. It was like PB&J sandwich over there. And like mind you, I have a torn knee, and he just hurt his toe. He hurt his toe, his foot, something like that.
Yeah.
And we like, damn man, like
turf toe.
That
tricky.
That PB&J looks so crazy, and I'm looking. I can't get up and I can't walk.
Right.
And Shep just like looking at me like, damn man, I can get up and walk. And like he gets up and he grabs it and like. And we're just dying, and like at that moment, I'm just like, and from now on, from that moment on, I'm just like, damn, bro, it's like, you know what, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. You just gotta keep trucking. You gotta keep going.
Did your mind
keep leaning on people
automatically reset? Right into terms of you love Kobe Bryant, man. Kobe's something that you look up to. I remember him tearing his Achilles, and as soon as he realized that that was done, his mind switched. What I got to do to get better, to get back. Right? Did your mind flip automatically, or did it take you some time to process and be like, damn, like I actually tore my ACL? Like you never had a devastating injury like that before. So in terms of processing that and then moving forward, is that like how'd you move on? It was
always so what, now what? And that's something that Coach Burns, my running back coach, well, he was my running back coach, great coach for Bama, coach of all the great Bama backs.
Right.
That's something that he told me. But it's like I was capping to myself.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and this is like, I feel like, a lot of people won't say that, especially like athletes. It's like when you go into that stuff, like I said, like earlier, like once we first started with this podcast, it's like, you can say this, you can say that, but it's like, what are you really feeling? I could walk around like,
that's what I'm saying. Act like you're not hurting.
I could walk around like I'm not hurt. I could walk around like I'm okay. But it's like when you can't walk up the stairs, or like, everyone knows me as quads, and I'm so known for like having strong legs, and like my left leg looks like a tree trunk, and my right leg skinny as hell. Like you was there in the office with me. And it's like I lost all muscle, and like you grinding, and like just like nothing's happening. And it's like you grinding. It's like and nothing's happening. You're not seeing the steps. You're not seeing them out at all.
Progress.
So like did my mindset switch? Yeah, I was capping to myself though. I was telling myself I'm gonna be all right, I'm gonna be good. And that's what you need to do. Obviously that's what you need to do. But like in the reality of it, that wasn't the case. I blew up my knee. This was 20 years ago. I would not be playing football no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would not be playing football no more. I couldn't, because my meniscus, I couldn't do really anything for 5 to 6 months. So I really like 5 to 6 months. And then I'm just trying to look, I'm like, I did September. Well, 3 more months, that would be the first game of the season. I'm like, so you really tell me I only get legit 3 months to prepare myself for a season?
Yeah. It's not realistic.
And it's not even a 16 game season now, it's a 17 game season.
Right.
So it's like, should I have not played week 1? Probably should not. But like, you guys know me, that's not my mindset. Like,
if you're healthy enough to go, you're going to go.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why like when it's like the injury prone and this and that and the third, like that's where it's like, where I guess I let the negative comments come at me. Cause it's like, bro, it's like, I'm not even that guy. It's like, you calling like this is some freak shit that's happening to you. It's like, bro, anybody that knows me, bro, if I can go, like I can go. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna put my body on the line, like for whatever. But it's like at that time, I'm like, bro, I got 3 months to get right. And mind you, it's like, since I'm Saquon Barkley, it's like my comeback story got to be better than AP's.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like it got to be better than AP's. It can't be nothing less. And if it ain't that, I didn't do it right. You know what I mean? And that's just, so like, and I'm even telling myself that, like, as a competitor, like,
watching AP
every
videos,
single day I'm watching AP videos. I'm talking to AP. Like, thank you to APs. Obviously, I'm very fortunate enough to have
shout out AP.
A lot of great backs that played before me who I looked up to and who I respect, who now, before, and whatever, always look out. But it's like, it was tough, man. It was tough. But like my mental, like it switched. And like I'm telling myself, but like looking back until I was lying to myself the whole time. But the journey is never what it looks like. Cause like now it's like all that little work that I was putting in, like my right knee, like knock on wood, is money now. Like it's on everything. Like, I keep looking back. I'm like, dang, like I was laughing with my trainer, my trainer the other day. I was like, bro, do you know where we was at in this moment? Like I'm running 21, 22 miles per hour the other day. Like, like I barely could run. Like I'm limping. I'm trying to get right. I'm trying to get myself back. I'm like, I got 3 months to get ready. But
it's really a crazy process if you really think about it. If you look back to like when you tore your ACL, when we were rehabbing, we were at LA taking you to rehab, and just like, damn, man, like, and you back now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I ever said this though, but I really appreciate y'all boys. Like,
no doubt.
Damn, man, you making me feel a little
but-
sentimental
shit.
here.
But, like,
He's
you know,
about
like,
to tear
yeah, I
on
know.
camera, damn it.
Yeah, I know. Like a lot of times, like everybody got their cliques, everybody got their people, or whatever, in the league or in the industry, or whatever. But a lot of people ain't real, and that's how I feel like when
Takes a
outside
village,
looking in.
man.
You know what I mean? And I feel like y'all personally, not obviously it wasn't just only y'all two. There's so many people, but like I'm really blessed. Like not just with football, with my family, but just with the people that are outside of football and that family, friends, everybody that I could just lean back on. And like that's why that's another reason why I want to go so crazy too, is like because like there's so many people that's saying so much bad stuff about me, but I got so many people and so many good people that's wishing good for me and got my back. And like
No matter what.
when I do it, it ain't just like I just did it for myself. Like, you know what? Like when you coming at me, like they coming at y'all too. They coming at
bro.
Jada. They coming at Tanya. They coming at Ali Betty.
Man, I got all the tweets.
We was about to respond. Like, yo, who was you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I be having to hold my tongue because, like,
I don't want to be disrespectful.
yeah, I gotta chill
I will
sometimes.
say
But
some
like,
wild
boy,
stuff.
Right.
You can't like you coming out. That's family. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like it's like coming at my brother. I'm like my little big brother. I'm like, dang, bro, like. I be wanting to act wild on there, but I gotta chill a little. I gotta chill sometimes, man, because I know what you're capable of. And when it happened, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just we know the saying.
Exactly.
When it happened,
Exactly.
that.
But to change gears, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about this upcoming season, man. And I just want you to just, take us through, man, how you feeling about the team, how they're gonna use you, man, and the offense, new OC, new head coach, new personnel, all that. So, and from what I hear and see, from what you tell me, man, it's a new energy in the team, man. New energy.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think y'all gonna go crazy.
That's
New
the biggest thing.
So just tell me how they, tell me.
That's the biggest thing. It's just the energy.
Yeah.
And like that, like when I say that, like that's no diss to like any coaches I had previous before, nothing like that. Just like having that energy back in the facility.
That's positive.
Not just the players. I'm talking about everyone from staff. From upstairs, downstairs, to the people that cook the food. To
that's a winning
people,
culture.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, that's a winning culture right there.
Shit.
That's the culture.
It's a winning culture, but obviously we got to continue to build that winning culture. We have to continue to keep going, continue to trust it, and continue to keep working. And I'm excited, like not just for myself, because Dave's and Cav and all of them, like they are very open minded. What do you like? You know what I mean? How do you like to get open? What's your favorite route?
Right.
All right. Like, can you get open on this route? All right. Yeah. Like, it's not that, you just a running back, like you're in the backfield. It's like, what can we do to get you in space? You know what? Like, everyone knows, like when you're in space, like, or when you get opportunity, like, cancel Christmas.
10 times out of 10, you're going to make the first two miss. Not the first one, the first two miss. I've seen it plenty of times.
Right.
Shit,
I've seen it too, man. Easy.
But that's it. Like this is the energy. That's what I'm most excited for. Right. Is the energy that we have. I think Dave's doing a really good job. Like he's cool coach. I'm talking about like you just be chilling. You get a FaceTime from Dave's and you answer and he's just like, ain't no football talk. Like it just chopping it up.
Chopping it up.
My running back coach, like he hits you, ain't football talk, just chopping it up. Really give me like a college feel. You know what I mean? And like that's like the thing where like I feel like a lot of people don't understand, a lot of people don't know. Like NFL and college is two different things. And I'm not even talking about like talent wise. Like I'm talking about just like we with each other, we was roommates, we live with each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like we see each other every single day. Like you with the coaches every single day. It's like it's more of a brotherhood. And I feel like that's something that they trying to steal back into the Giants. And I'm excited. We got some new talent. We got some help up front. Not only excited for myself, I'm excited for Daniel, Sterling, KG.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
KT,
I'm excited for Danny, all them dudes, bro.
I think it's gonna be good.
It's dope to have a coach that like will change his plan depending on his personnel.
Right.
Like he's gonna ask you what you like to do. Do you like, zone? You like outside zone? This, that, and the third. Like that. Those coaches are always the dopest. Like in my head, I think coaches that cater, their whole game plan based off their personnel. They're second to none. And
that I feel like that's the best way because week by week that change, especially in the NFL. Like you don't know who's up, who's down. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta be flexible. And they obviously in Kafka and Kenton City did a great job, and Dave's in Buffalo did a great job. And I'm excited for our defense for Wink. There's going to be a lot of blitzes. They're a heavy pressure team getting to the quarterback. And now we always had guys, but we got guys that can get to the quarterback with driving Kayvon, and we got Leo, Dex, Aziz.
Got a little squad in New York, man.
I mean, like a lot of people, you know what I mean, like. we struggle, but like a lot of things, like people don't
Y'all
understand.
got
like
the tools, bro.
we like it's
Y'all got the
never our
tools.
talent's not the question.
Right.
Mhm.
Our talent's not the question. Like everyone would say whatever about the Giants or myself or Daniel Jones. Like we haven't been healthy the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. We haven't been healthy. And if you're not healthy, how can you go out there and compete? So like if we could find a way to stay healthy and continue to find a way to, because we already like this. Like y'all been around us.
Yeah,
like we like
it's
this.
like a
you know what I
family.
mean? Like we like that. So if we could just continue to trust in the coaches, and you know, when the coaches put us in a position to make plays, we the ones that make the plays. You know, I feel like we have a very great year, but hey, it's one day at a time though.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Comparing, right? Because it's 2 different dynamics and 2 different teams, right? Just off of paper alone, right? Your rookie year, Odell, Shep, Eli, Evan, yourself, right? On paper, bro, y'all was going stupid. And on paper, y'all, in my opinion, I think that year y'all had the best offensive skill alone in the league, right? Compare that to what you feel like you have now in terms of like skill. I think you guys have just as talented skill this year too.
Mhm.
I think the people, you guys can go crazy in space. Like the people that you have, you got Kenny going deep ball threat. You out the backfield in space.
KT.
Danny can run.
I feel like we just are talented, to be completely honest. We're a very talented team. When we drafted Wandell, we got Wandell, KT, 2 people in space. Like with the ball in their hand, they can go crazy.
Stupid.
Shep can get open on any route. KG can go up and get the ball.
Right.
You know, myself feeling back healthy. DJ Daniel is a very great quarterback, and a lot of people don't give him credit. And I feel like
that's what
there's
I'm
a lot of
things
too. That, you know, there's a lot of reasons why he hasn't been successful, and I really don't think a lot of it's strictly on him.
Right.
You know, but like I said, at the end of the day, like when you Daniel, you Saquon, like you're gonna get the blame. But
for sure,
I feel like we're a very talented team. We just gotta stay healthy, and that's just really it. That's really it. That's really it. We gotta stay healthy, and if we stay healthy, then that gives us a chance. But the only thing that giving a chance really means nothing, especially NFL. You know what I mean? You still got to go out there
every week.
Exactly.
Right.
You got to go out there. You got to execute, and you got to beat the man in front of you. But like, if we could stay healthy, I feel like, you know what I mean, we could really shock some teams, shock some people this year.
I agree.
Top 5 running backs right now. Top 5 running backs of all time.
Yeah, I need to hear this.
Yeah. I need to drink
this too.
Top 5 running backs right now.
Right now,
not including myself.
No, you can include yourself.
Include yourself. It's okay.
That's as a competitor, that's a given. Right. So I'm just gonna pay my respects. Derrick Henry, no order. JT from Coach Jonathan Taylor.
He went stupid last year.
I love Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook he's one of my favorites. Nick Chubb. I feel like C-Mac and Alvin, like they really the same.
5A, 5B, huh?
Right. 5A, 5B. I mean, like they do the same thing, but they're really great. And then like, yeah, I'll say 5A, 5B. But I'll also say, I feel like a lot of people sleep on him. Zeke, you can never. I feel like every year Zeke is somewhere got to be mentioned in there. I just gave you 7 or 8.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's how I break it down.
They're all great backs.
Not based off stats or nothing, like my personal all time. Like obviously, like Jim Brown and those boys. Like, I'm not putting them in there. But like for me, it's Barry, Walter.
In order?
No order. But Barry's one for me.
Okay.
But actually, Barry's the greatest running back with the ball in his hand. All around running back, it would be Walter Payton.
For sure.
But Barry, Walter, LaDainian Tomlinson.
I didn't think you was going to say him. He's
I'm looking you to name another person too, but I'm waiting.
Marshall Faulk.
Yes.
Okay, and there's another one for me.
And I'll go my 5.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Curtis Martin because I'm a Jets fan. I grew up watching him, but take the bias out of it, I got to go AP.
No ED?
Adrian James?
No. Eric Dickerson.
Oh, Eric Dixon?
No ED? Like that?
Nah, I wouldn't put him in my top 5.
No ED?
Like right there, but like I'm not putting like Barry and Walter is like just, you know what I mean? Like I ain't say ED, I ain't say Jim Brown, I ain't say Emmitt Smith. No, there's a lot of great. I'm talking about like my top 5 personal favorites. You know what I mean? My personal favorites. And hopefully one day I'm in there.
For sure.
Right.
It is what it is.
Who are you most excited to play against? Like another running back that, pushes you to that next level, or a defensive player that you got the utmost respect for? Like who are you most excited to go against this year?
I play against first game of the season. I guess that would have to be it.
Derrick Henry. First game?
We played Derrick Henry. We played Tennessee Titans.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
But we played Derrick Henry this year. We played Jonathan Taylor this year. We played Christian McCaffrey this year. And we go to London and we play Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, probably one of my favorite players in the league. So I played him before in a snow game. He went crazy against us. So
was that rookie year?
No, my second year. So Aaron Rodgers would probably be one. A team I'm excited to play for, Green Bay. But like you can't really like football. Like y'all know, football ain't like basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I ain't no wide receiver. Like, like my rookie year when it was Odell versus Jalen Ramsey. Like, like I don't really get matchups. Like we don't play Bobby Wagner. Like Bobby Wagner, I respect Bobby Wagner's game, but like Bobby Wagner, like I'm not gonna see him every single time. Like he might make a couple plays, but it's not like just you and 1-on-1 with a linebacker. Like you might get opportunities to get 1-on-1, but it ain't like you know what I mean. Like football is an 11-man sport, so like like it's just like for me, like it's just the teams that need to be beat. You got to win your division. So it's Dallas, it's the Commanders, it's Philly. Like those are teams I look forward to playing every year because like you accomplish that, you take care of business there, then you give yourself an opportunity to go compete for the big one.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm curious, what would post career, right? So I'm talking long term, would make you feel complete about your football career, right? Regardless, it could be anything. Like what in your mind, right, makes Saquon feel complete about what he has done
in the second win after football,
in the game of football.
So you mean like what would make me be like I could look back on my career
and be happy about what you've done?
The arrogant and ignorant answer would be I got to be the greatest running back to ever play. But in all reality, like that's my goal and that's what I want to accomplish. But like for me to be able to look back and if I don't accomplish that, not be satisfied, this is a conversation I have with my father all the time. Like my dad like tried to get me to understand that like to be happy now. You know what I mean? To be like, like be in the moment, live in the moment and realize that, you accomplish a lot in your life so far.
Are you starting to realize that now, or
so it's like
I try to tell you that sometimes,
exactly.
like bro, like
I be telling you that all the time,
like you've done some amazing things and never be satisfied. That's never satisfied.
It's the difference between being satisfied but understanding and taking a step back and realize what you accomplished.
Like, you've done some great things, bro.
You accomplished some great things, but like that's a tough one because that's like the inner battle within yourself. You know what I mean? Because like. Looking back, like what I want to be able to accomplish, I feel like I'm talented enough to accomplish that. So 100%. It's like I want to be the greatest running back to ever play. Obviously, I know I got a little setback with the ACL and battling the ankle and the knee last year, and didn't have the greatest year. So statistically, it's going to be hard for me to get that. I'm going to play a little longer than I wanted to. But for me, it's like. I think like answering this question at 25, it's going to be a lot different when I'm 35 or 40. Like when I'm 40, it's going to be like, I'm going to look back and be like, damn, like getting drafted. You know what I mean? Like playing in the NFL, living my dream out. Like there's a lot of kids that would love to be Saquon Barkley. And you know what I mean? I'm in that 1%. So
it's crazy, bro.
That's a mature answer to say.
Very mature.
But the reality is, like, you know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Business got to be handled and some stuff got to be taken care of. And like, I want the big one. I want it all. I want everything. I want it all. That's my goal. That's what I want to accomplish. And if I can't accomplish it, I tell you what, I'm going to put every single thing I can in my body to go out there and work and put myself in that position. And this is what I tell kids. It's like, if I set my goal and this should have really been my answer. But if I set my goal to be the greatest running back to ever play, right? And that's the top of the mountain peak. And say if I only get here, but I put in this amount of much work in there to get there, and I only get that far. When I'm done, as long as I know that I did what I had to do and I took care of business, I'm going to be able to look back when I'm 35, 40, 45, 50, or be able to tell my kids, be like, your dad did everything he could. He put the work in to get there, but just fell up short. And sometimes in life, you're going to fall up short. And to be honest, with that goal of the greatest running back of all time, that's all on people's perspective. That's a goal that's not even maintainable. It's not even attainable. You can't even reach that goal. Because you have to think about basketball. Who's a GOAT? Kobe? Is it LeBron? Is it Michael? Is it Kareem? Is it Bill Russell?
Opinionated.
It's all opinionated. So it's like you really putting yourself like in a crash course to failure, because like you will really never ever accomplish that. But why not? Sky's the limit. Not even the sky's not the limit. Go reach what we always say, reach for the stars, land on the moon.
All right. When you look at your whole life, what do you think your biggest challenges were, and what type of things did you do to hit your second win? Like how did you train your mind to hit your second win? Like not even just football, like anything.
To be honest, brother, I haven't hit my second win yet.
You and your second win right now.
My second win right now. And that's how I personally feel. That's how I really feel. The story's not even close to being done. And that's a question I can really answer better for you in about 7-8 years.
I'm excited, man.
Right now, it's like the best advice that I can give to people that are going through adversity is just never give up, man.
Yeah.
Set a goal, have a dream, visualize that dream, and work for it. And reality is, how many people always accomplish their goal? You never accomplish your goal, because even when you accomplish that goal, like say if your goal is like, let's break it down simple. Say if you want to be a millionaire, right?
Yeah.
When you get $1 million in your bank account, you ain't gonna be like, I got $1
million.
You're gonna be like, I want 10.
For sure.
You get 10, I want 20.
Right.
And so on, so on, so on. So it's like, you're never really gonna reach your goal, but like, you're gonna have bro, that's what life is all about. And like, and it's tough, especially nowadays, like when you're so much aware with mental health, when you, especially like just the impact of social media can have on people's lives, and like people read way too much into social media, but it is like
they make it a factor of how they feel.
But it is.
I don't know. It's crazy, man. That's a generation.
That. It's a generation when you can't control that. So it's like, but like what story like, don't have a downfall, don't have they knockdown
or
like,
triumph that they overcame.
That's what I'm saying. Think about anybody that you know, like Mike Tyson. Boom, he got beat before. He had to come back from that. Muhammad Ali, boom, got beat before. Had to come back. Kobe Bryant had a battle stuff way before. Boom, had injuries. Shaq got rid of Shaq. Boom, had to come back. Even Michael, like anybody that you can think of, bro. Like everyone's gonna go, and you're gonna be forced to have your second win. And like, not even, it's just like, it don't even got to be in like the career of the greats. It don't got to be career of football in life, bro. You go through stuff in marriages. You going stuff through
relationships,
your relationship with friendships. You know how many times we fought. You know what I mean? Like
come close to fight.
That's what I'm saying. He don't want no smoke. By the way,
yeah, you know what's good with me.
Nah, let me
y'all know what's up with me. I ain't never been sweet in my life.
That out there.
Yeah,
that's a what you call it. That's another conversation.
You know what it
like
is.
they really know
I'm
what
lying
it is. But like you always gonna have like. You're going to have your ups and downs, man. And then, you know what I mean? Take your punches and roll with it. That's the best way I could say it. Take your punches and roll with it. When you get knocked down, just beat that 10 count and keep rolling.
The whole concept of the show, man, and second win and catching your second win, me and Gio were talking about it. And, you know, we wanted to give this platform to athletes, current athletes, or just anybody, man, just to really talk about their story. But we want it to be impactful to other people, right? So take away something from this conversation, man. And I'd say for you, I want to ask you, what you feel, right, like helped you get in your second wind, and something that someone may be recovering from ACL injury right now, right? Just give them some positive words on what you think.
It's not just second win, it's accomplishing what you want to accomplish too. I would say, kind of alluding to everything you said, team. And what I mean by team, mind you, I want to write a book about this one day. And like, so I only can go off of, you know, like my lifestyle, and my lifestyle, everything that I've known is football. And obviously after football, I'm going to have my post-career, I'm going to have a different career and different challenges, different things. But for me, it's like, I think of team. I think of team is like the biggest thing. And like, that's for when you have adversity, when you trying to go accomplish something, nobody whoever you think, whatever it is, if your science is great, your music great, your athlete great, everybody got a team. Everybody got a team. They got a mom or a dad, a brother, a sister, a woman that they can trust, or a man, whoever, if you're a woman or man, whatever you feel like. Friends that you can lean on. There's always somebody that you can lean on, bro. And then for me, it's like football. It's like when I accomplished being the greatest running back of all time, like, I might get that label one day, right? Or say if, like, for instance, Tom Brady's a GOAT of football, right? He gets that label of being a GOAT of football, but Tom Brady didn't do that by himself. Football and life is a team sport. You gotta have people around you. You gotta have people that you can lean on, and it's gonna help you go through your ups and your downs and go reach for the top. So that's what I would say. Team, find a good team, find a solid team, find a core that you can trust, that you love, and that they love you for you.
I got one more thing. What is that on your wrist? Because that joint been like
bussin'.
blinding me a little bit,
That
bro.
joint
It's
is
starting to hurt
bussin'.
my eye. Like, I've been trying not to say it on camera, but it's getting kind of tricky, bro.
That joint's busting.
Like, what is that? I ain't see you with that joint before.
Four.
You must have got
Nah,
it
they
for
see
the
it.
podcast.
Brand
Like,
new.
acting
Brand new.
trying to show off,
Nah,
right?
I'm acting
Cameras
brand
on,
new.
you trying to show off. Wow, like, it's really
Man,
crazy.
It's a little something, man.
Also,
to
shout out,
Gabe
man.
Jew.
College graduate too, man. Let that not be, that's a big
I
another
appreciate
milestone.
that.
Yeah.
in your life,
College,
man.
yeah,
Shit.
we need no.
Oh,
We
yeah,
need
yeah,
to.
man.
You already finished
College
your
I
ride.
was
graduate.
sipping a little something.
Yeah,
else,
sipping a
you know
little
what I mean?
Toast, but nah, for real, bro. We really
Thank you for
appreciate
coming on the show, man. Love you, brother.
Have
love
you in
you
this,
too, guys.
having us in
Excited.
this beautiful home. You know, we don't get to come here too often, but when
Boy,
we
shut up. Y'all be in this, listen, they be in this crib like it's their crib, man. I
'cause
tell you
you
what.
don't he don't be he don't be stacking the snacks.
Snacks.
Like, he got
Bruh.
all that.
Jada,
like,
I'm drinking.
healthy
I'm eating
stuff,
Jada's
bruh.
applesauce,
Come on,
like-
it's tricky. Nah,
Little girl come down, apple juice is gone, all that stuff gone.
Capri
like,
Sun is gone.
Capri Sun,
Capri Sun
all
is
that.
gone. Fruit snacks is gone, boy. Like, nah, but
Nah,
Thank you,
for real,
man.
I appreciate y'all
No
letting
doubt,
me be your
man.
first guest. I'm proud of you too. And I think you guys did a great job, and I look forward to the future and the guests that you have on, and any advice that I can give you guys, I'm here for you guys.
Excited, man. Thank you.
boom.
Love you, man.
Lit.